Could this be the end of Russ as we know him, Russ the superstar?
It could be.
Westbrook off the glass, badly misses. You hear the groans from the crowd.
That's tough. Do you want to know how Russell Westbrook went from perennial all-star averaging triple-doubles just 3 years ago to no one wanting him, being booed, and near kicked out of the league? No, it's not this. Bruh. Or the lack of defense, or the shooting. I don't even know how you can miss this badly, this many times, in just one season. The side of the backboard is broken.
I am perplexed!
It boils down to one simple thing: Westbrook's finishing and his free throws. And there was one rule change that changed everything. You've been lied to this entire time, and no cap, I've been too. What is up, dudes, cadets, ballers, players? It's your boy MJ. For all the issues with Russ, like his inability to get out of the first round, chucking up all sorts of shots, his never-ending confidence, and stubbornness to not change his ways,
2 wins over Oklahoma City this season.
Russ was always a player that could get into the paint, finish at will, and as a result, he would get fouled quite a bit, but he would make the free throws. In fact, Russell Westbrook had shot 82% from the free throw line for 9 seasons, but then the NBA banned players from walking beyond the 3-point line in between free throws. Now this change doesn't seem significant, right? Westbrook's free throw routine included walking beyond the 3-point line in between free throws. And if we take a look at Westbrook's free throw after the rule change, it dipped to 74%. Then 65%, the past 2 seasons, he shot 66%.
That's tough!
But only 20% of y'all subscribe, so please subscribe. Only if you've been liking the content. I'm streaming all the Jordan challenges in a row on NBA 2K23 this Saturday at 3 p.m. on Twitch. Yup, all in one stream, so pray for me. Now, this isn't even abnormal. Free throws are more of a mental game than skill. I mean, look at LeBron changing his free throw routines, and it's not worked.
How often do you change your free throw routine?
Never. If you don't do that routine, I feel like I'm definitely gonna miss that shot.
The most popular example is Karl Malone.
Hey, yep.
We ain't talking about that. After 2 seasons of shooting 48 and 60% from the free throw line, Karl changed his free throw routine, which included literally reminding himself what to do at the free throw line. It looked like he was spin out there though. Dwight Howard can make all the free throws in a practice, but in game, it's different. Routines matter a lot to get the player in rhythm and to go back into their muscle memory. Now Westbrook should have adjusted, but like his shot, it ain't happened. Bruh. Mentally, that impacts a player's confidence. You start doubting yourself. Should you drive? Even if you do, how should you attack? Drive through and get contact or avoid midair? While you might think that Westbrook is delusional in his own abilities, you can actually see this hesitation take place in game. This past season, Russ missed the most gimme layups I've seen. In fact, I made a video on why Westbrook is the worst finisher in the NBA.
The most field goals made and the most field goals attempted less than 5 feet this season, and it's not even close, right? He's number 1 in both. He ranks 29th out of 35 in efficiency. So like there's like something, there's a disconnect.
Hey bro,
But Taco Bell on 100, so Taco Bell, sponsor me. If you look at Westbrook's finishing at the rim, he's never been one of the best finishers in the league, ranking in the 50s to 70s percentile. If you look at James Harden, you can see multiple efficient seasons at the rim. Still, not the best, but definitely more consistent.
Like that takes no skill at all.
You can look at Ja Morant this year and his percentile this year. Elite finishing guards need to be above a certain threshold to be considered athletic finishers. And while Westbrook has had a few individual seasons where he was elite, his strength has never been finishing. He's always been chaotic, trying to double clutch while finishing through contact. Why? I don't know.
But him on the ground, not in good position to get back on defense.
What is that?
Rather, his strength was always in putting pressure on the defense to react, especially through his drives. Westbrook has almost always been top 5 in drives per game. In 2016, he averaged 16.1 drives. In 2017, 20.1. And you can see, even with the rule change, even with his free throws not falling, Westbrook continues to drive with reckless abandon. Now, to be clear, this isn't possible for everyone. Not everyone can drive by their opponents that easily, and not everyone has that high usage rate to drive that much either. However, because he was getting fouled and making free throws, Westbrook in the drive was still effective. Once he started calmly doing this is some bullshit! Defenses didn't need to worry as much. The attention would shift and the NBA changed, focusing more on threes. They could let Westbrook go into the paint and not really worry too much about it since he wasn't finishing at a high level and his free throws weren't there. You can literally see it in some of these Lakers games this past season when the defense is just like, okay, drive. The Rockets had designed the perfect offense for Westbrook to continue to drive into the paint, and while he had one of his most efficient seasons finishing, it did not lead to anything because in the playoffs, Westbrook shot 53% from the free throw line. In the playoffs, Westbrook has actually shot really well from the line, but his finishing is worse. He's actually one of the worst finishers in the league at the point guard spot in the playoffs. 29th percentile in 2021, 15th percentile in 2018, that means that 70-85% of the league is better at finishing than Russ in the playoffs. We're talking about Isaiah Thomas,
Quarter number 4 in the end.
Damian Lillard, John Wall, Steph Curry,
Layup is good.
Kyrie, Lowry,
And lays it in.
Harden, McCollum, all of them were better while having a similar number of attempts at the rim in many of those playoff runs. I'm not including other players who had less shot attempts because that's not fair to compare. But Russ is supposed to be a better finisher than a lot of the players I just named.
Shut up and dribble.
What?
This is why Russ is getting kicked out of the league, because he's a high volume player that isn't even good at the supposed thing he's good at. It's actually one of the biggest lies about Westbrook's career. Everyone likes to focus on the shooting, but not enough people focus on Westbrook's difficulty to make layups. If he was making his layups and finishing at an elite level, he would still be somewhat effective. Now, this doesn't take away any of the individual seasons where Westbrook was one of the elite finishers in the NBA. He's always been an extremely athletic player, but to put him in the category of a young Derrick Rose draw last season is just unfair. And what I broke down doesn't even include all the turnovers, the lack of defense, the shot selection,
What the fuck?
the bonehead plays, the outbursts in media. Nah, we're just talking about the thing that Russ is supposed to be really good at. Right now, he's getting even older, and so his ability to drive is also diminishing. So he's an elite rebounder at point guard? It sounds like a 2K build gone wrong. But what do you think? Can Russ recover? Yeah, I'm streaming all the Jordan challenges Saturday at 3 p.m. in one stream. Be there if you want to see it, or don't. The all-day notification rush out goes to my boy, Day One, Armand, who probably doesn't even want Russ on his Raptors either. Thanks for the all-day support. And if you're still here, you'll really want to comment finish so I know. Drop a like if you like the video, and subscribe, turn notifications on if you really like the video. Like I said, content is coming. Posting shorts, TikToks, gaming channels, streaming. We're here. It's your boy MJ. We out and we vibe.
Okay, just hop in my spaceship now. Okay, just hop in my spaceship. Okay, just hop in my spaceship now.